Here we are. Weapon X, number 3, An Age of Apocalypse. Phase 3. Oh, wait, this is the wrong one. Never mind. Hold on. Beep. Anyways, here we are, back again. Weapon X, number 3, Age of Apocalypse, Phase 3. Yeah, we're in Weapon X, or Wolverine. I'm going to call him Wolverine. They call him Weapon X or Logan. In one of the X-Men Chronicles, there's another dumb son of a bitch whose name was Wolverine. But it's Wolverine. And it's Adam Kubert doing his Adam Kubert shit, and it's cool. Cool cover. Gritted teeth. Cool shadows and shading. You know, we like it. So, Wolverine is working for the Human High Council, and they are getting ready to do a big nuclear strike against Apocalypse and his forces, right? That's the big deal. Jean Grey was with him, but she couldn't stomach the fact that there's going to be this huge war and millions of people are going to die in a nuclear event. So in the last issue, she hightailed it out of there to go help and stop or warn or do something. I don't even know what she thinks she's going to do. She gave Wolverine the chance to kill her, to stop her. Like, that's the only way you're going to stop me. And he couldn't do it. But right before that, they were attacked by Donald Pierce and some other people who I guess are Reavers. They didn't call them that, but whatever. And they fucked up their systems array or something to navigate that fleet over to America. So basically, they're stalled for being able to initiate their attack, right? That's where we left it. So let's pick it up. And we got this point of view of some people, and they're talking to each other. And they're like, there's in this snowy setting, this guy in the snow coat is walking through, and they're like, "Hey, we found something." They're like, "Great, something like another fucking deer or something." Nope, it's a humanoid. And then they there's all this technical shit, and then they classify it as a mutant, an alpha class, and then they get a match. And as he gets closer and closer, Logan, Weapon X himself, take him down. Cool opening scenes, right? So they shoot from wherever they're hiding. They hit his ass. They think he blew him out of his boots. There's his fucking snow boots. Wants to confirm the kill, but this guy's like, "Hey, they're still showing signs of lice. Life shines signs of lice." Yeah, with that fucking hair, I bet he has lice. He's like, "Yeah, that's why I'm going to deal him the coup de grace." But then he gets snicked, and he tells him to eat adamantium and die. Cuts him right in half. The common right of toads and men. No, a world without exit. Yeah, common right of toads and men. That's what they called this issue. All right. Good job, Larry Hama as writer. All right, you got Dan Green and Mike Sellers as inkers. Adam Kubert, as always, is the penciler. So, takes out that fucking cyborg. There's another one. And this guy's like, "Yeah, Lord Apocalypse knew you guys would come back here, so he sent us to keep an eye on the place." He has like go gadget arms and grabs onto Wolverine from like far away. And he's like, "I'll just kill you from a distance." But Wolverine slices his hands off. So then this guy decides to come in. And then he jumps, swipes his head right off as it bounces, and he lands and just keeps walking as he retracts his claws. Cool little sequence here. Getting close. Whoosh. Ah, ka-tink. Land. Walk. And here is where, this is Wundagore Mountain. And this is where Wolverine first joined the X-Men. We saw that in X-Men Chronicles #1. This is where he first found a home. And he's kind of walking through it. It looks like it, it's just abandoned, devastated. He talked about some of the happiest moments of his life and also some of the saddest. He sees Wanda's, Scarlet Witch, her grave here, and he gets sad. It's like some of the saddest. Like, you fucking knew her for like 2 seconds before she died, Wolverine. Why are you so fucking sad? But whatever. It's a moment. He's walking through. He doesn't leave any tracks, I guess. And then this always kind of... There must have been an explosion, and he got caught there. I'm kind of confused what's happening, what he's looking at here. And my suspicions burn into me. Anyways, but he had his arm still at that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Look. Let's look at the Adam Kubert art. Cool figure. Cool down shot. And then he hears somebody from behind him, and he instinctively just like tries to murder them without looking. Luckily, they fucking jumped away, and he's kind of stuck here in the wall. And she recognizes him as Logan. He says it's Carol Danvers. So there's like Ms. Marvel / Captain Marvel / Photon / Warbird / hey Rusty. All those people, right? Gotta move my water before Rusty knocks it over because he tends to do that as a cat. She had ties to the X-Men, right? I never really knew that for the longest time, but she kind of hung around them. She knows Wolverine, so it makes sense that she's here. It doesn't make sense that she has no pupils in her eyes and she has this tattoo on her face. Never understood that, right? Just draw her fucking eyes. Rusty, you want to say hi to everyone? Do you miss them? Do you miss having your moment in the sun? Okay, Rusty. What's your favorite part? Can you show me your favorite part here? Can you put your little paw here? What? Can you do it? Can you do it? No. All right. So, anyway, she's like, "Where's Jean Grey?" She's got fucking long hair. And he says she couldn't make it. He retracts his claws so he's not stuck. She twirls her gun, puts it in her holster, and then Wolverine asks, he's like, he's still here then, right? He's looking for a guy. And he's like, he never left. He's up there. Never comes down. Hope you feel like climbing. So there's this big tower. Hey, buddy. Oh, he got scared of something. So in London, you got this guy, and you saw him for a brief second in the last issue as he was coming ashore, and he was one of the, he was evacuated from America. That's all the stuff that happened in Amazing X-Men #2. He made it over here, but he was recording a bunch of stuff, and he's like showing them all his recordings, the Human High Council. So you got Moira and Brian Brett. No, that's Boulevard Trask. And then Mariko. And they're like, thank you for, you have our sympathy. Thank you for your testimony. And these guys are like, see, this is why we got to do what we got to do. Even though, like, Mariko and others aren't, like, 100% on board. There's Emma Frost, and I guess she's saying I gave up too much to escape Apocalypse. Looks like she got her mind, like, operated on. And I don't know. So Brian Braddock, great Captain Britain, right? Brother to Psylocke, who was not in these issues at all. He's kind of going nuts, and he's on a little of a vendetta or whatever, and he's like, we got to do this. We got to take the fight to him, blah, blah, blah. Logan gets here with the means to deliver our airships. We will deliver these things down. And shit will happen. And they're kind of like, yeah, like, God help him, but God help the rest of humanity if he fails. Like, we got to do this, but it sucks that we have to do it, kind of a thing. So back to Wolverine, or Weapon X, and Carol Danvers, and who they're looking for is Gateway. Now, we know Gateway from the regular universe, this Aborigine guy who doesn't really talk, doesn't say anything, but he can teleport people with his, like, whirligig thing. And here he is, and he's just, like, watching, like, all this, like, television, I guess. But he's not paying attention to anything else. So Wolverine comes in here and he starts yelling at him. And I've always liked this drawing of Wolverine there. Done really well. All the details and the anger and the rage Wolverine has. Just yelling at his ass. Like, snap out of it. Don't do this to me. Get off your ass. Don't do this catatonic thing. And it's like, it's no use. He never answers. But Wolverine pulls the plug and something kind of erupts and knocks him on his ass. And here's some like weird anatomy stuff that the Cooper brothers like to do sometimes. I mean, it's not weird. It makes sense. But still, yeah, those are 5 toes right there. Yeah. But that kind of like gets him out of his comatose state. He's like, oh, it's you, Logan. And Wolverine offers him a hand up. And as soon as they like touch for some reason, like he gets all the memories that Wolverine had in the last few days. And that kind of gives him a little shock. And I don't know. They start talking, and Gateway's like, I know why you're here, but I'm not going to come with you. I'm going to pass. I'm not going to be the deliverance for, like, an Armageddon assault vehicle. But he's like, but I'll teleport you back to where you went, like, where you came from. And then I always like this drawing of Wolverine's head here, too. You know, the inking is great. Give credit to those inkers. Good art. They hear something. She still has no pupils, even close up. She's wearing contacts or something? Who knows? But what blue blazes? And these two guys, these cyborgs that Wolverine was fighting, they like, one doesn't have a head, the other was cut in half, but they were able to like, the top body of the one is riding the body of the other. So they come in, they start shooting. Captain Marvel and Wolverine, they go in for an attack. She gets in a grenade, throws it in his fucking head here, like the hole for his head. Fucking trips on a telephone cord. They go falling down these stairs. She's counting down 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, plugging your ears, waiting for like the explosion. It finally happens. That's when Wolverine cowers. Kind of a cool 2-scene shot there. And then Gateway's like, yeah, I'm still not like doing anything. I'm here for all life, from every creature of the earth to the birds in the sky. It's like, wait, that's no bird, as he's pointing upward. There's some other crazy fucking person, cybernetic person, with wings. She comes flying down. And here's Pierce. He was in the last one. We thought he was dead. He calls her Vultura. He's got dice, just like the Millennium Falcon, I guess. And he's in a ship. He's coming in for a bombing run in a plane. Cool panel layouts. And you see this perspective. They're going to shoot down this tower or bomb the tower. She's shooting up. You think you're going to fucking hit him from that range? And Wolverine's like, start twirling your like teleportation thing, Gateway. He's like, where? It's like, I'll tell you where. And yeah, the dive bomber, or whatever you call it, dive bombs, blows up the tower. But right away, you see that Gateway teleported them all onto his plane. So Wolverine comes in for a kill, but he ducks it under his claws. Scratches away at his fucking face. He's bleeding. The plane goes like twirling around. Woo, 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 as there's like all this fighting. Wolverine knocks him away with his little stump. And then they do this a lot where they have several panels, someone coming at Wolverine. He does like a duck and slash and just sends them forward. So he's there, she comes through, he ducks, slashes at her, so she keeps going with her momentum out the other side. And Pierce is like, she did her job, bought me enough time to do this. Do what? What are you going to do to Wolverine and his healing factor? And why does fucking Carol Danvers feel the need to like jump on him to stop him from doing that, sacrificing her own life to a guy who has fucking healing abilities. You know what I mean? But she has a grenade. She starts counting down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. As they're falling, there's an explosion. And she's dead. Out of nowhere. And cool. I like this shot. I like this shot. It's cool stuff. And basically Gateway eventually says, okay, where is this armada? Like, I'll take you there, and I'm not going to say I'm going to do it, but I'll give you a chance to convince me. And Wolverine's like, all right, that'll have to do. So that was the whole point of this issue. Wolverine finding the means to send the armada, to get the armada through to America. So the next issue, in issue number 4, will be in Phase 4. We'll look at that in a couple of weeks or whatever, whenever we get to it. That'll be the end of that issue. So, cool issue of Weapon X. Cool art by Adam Kubert, like always. This was one of my more favorite comics of the Age of Apocalypse era. Probably my second favorite, mostly because of the art. Mostly because I like Wolverine. So, there it is. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment about what you think of this comic. Hit that share and like button. And as always, I will see you in the next video.